So, I have these things here. I still have to take this test. But I know my ex-girlfriend lied. So, but on everything it says that I passed on this question here. Reference to being physically violent as an adult, I am innocent. Of course. Just some examples. See? Reference to being physically violent as an adult, I am innocent. So, my ex-girlfriend opened a restraining order that was fake. And how messed up is that? Really messed up. Because she friended all my friends on Facebook. She told me she was going to... Okay, so the day after I told her that I wasn't going to sleep with her again, I was living in another state. And she asked me... She told me that she bought me my phone for like $1,000 or something. And so she asked me to pay her back. I paid her something like $5,000 or something like that. Well, both of us. That's wrong. It's more like half of that. With like everything, if I totaled it up on how much I spent on her or whatever. But, because I took care of her for a little while, asked her not to work so that we could stream and play Darkfall and go on vacation. Went to like visit my family and stuff. Well, anyways, when I told her I wasn't going to sleep with her again, she told me, she asked me for money. And then she told me she wanted me to pay her back for the $1,000 phone or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll pay you back in monthly payments. You need help or whatever? And she's like, I need it now. I need to come up with $600 or I'm kicked out of my place. And so I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I can't do that right now. And so she called me up the next day and then said, you're off the hook. She did this in text messages. I don't think she called me. She said, you're off the hook because I'm going to get the money from my mom, but I have to block you. We can't be friends on Facebook, and whatever, you can't text me and stuff anymore. You can only write me, she said. And then she said she was going to unblock me on my birthday. So, a restraining order showed up at my place. I'm living in a different state. I had no plans on going there. But this restraining order shows up, and then it was totally bogus. It said, but at least it didn't seem to be that bad. It said on the restraining order that I grabbed her wrist in a health food store around people. So, because it requires a lie on the thing to open it, she just wanted... I'm defending her too much, I now believe that she was trying to cut off other women from sleeping with me. And she told me she threatened me when I was leaving, when I decided to move. She threatened me and said that I was going to be kicked out of Portland. So how she actually did this was she friended everybody while I was with her. And when I first became friends with her, this is the first time on Facebook I lost like 30 or 40 friends or something when I changed my relationship status with her. And when I went to the bar and I was like, what's going on? How come that happened? They were like, don't help that girl. she makes up lies about her ex-boyfriends. And she's going to do the same thing to you. So Barnaby Fulton is one of those people. There was a lot of them. There was absolutely a lot of them. Anyways, so while I was with her, I was losing more friends on Facebook because I was helping her and I was trying to say that she doesn't lie anymore and blah, 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 blah. But while I was with her, she was actually telling me lies about her ex-boyfriend. And she was saying just what would have bothered him the most. Just what would have bothered him the most. And what the hell? So would he have sent his fear? That's weird. Why would she cross the line for that? That's so stupid. Oh my god. I wasn't afraid of that though. I guess when I saw the restraining order, I was like, what the hell? What if she was like, blah, 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 blah? Oh my god. Well, anyways, she friended everybody. Went through them one at a time, telling them stuff. See, it's still hard to believe that she would do that. She didn't work. She just stayed at home. And I guess her mom paid for her because she was saying that I was a monster and I owed her money. I didn't owe her money. And that she needed money. She needed help from people. So this is how she got money. So she was trying to pay her way, and this was how she was trying to get money. I moved out of state, and she thought that it wouldn't matter to do this. Wow, how awful. Anyways, when I went to court, and the judge, I brought them proof that she lied. The way that they looked at her and everything, it was very obvious that they knew. But the judge said, it doesn't really matter with this restraining order open because it gets dropped off your record anyways when it's over. And, in my mind, I'm like thinking, that's not true. That's absolutely not true because she lied on the paperwork to open it. Damn. Very, very evil thing to do because that's a really big deal. I don't know people that have restraining orders. What the hell? That's a big deal. But anyway, she was trying to get money. She wasn't working. This was her way to try to get money. She would try to play the victim card. Oh, I had an abusive ex-boyfriend. And she would go, I need help. I'm going to be kicked out of my place. And he owes me money. He was supposed to pay me. Blah, blah, blah. So she was basically conning people. And she actually friended everybody. Okay, so I haven't had the time to use Facebook like she has. I was working. And I don't even know I didn't even know that she was doing this. How am I supposed to know? I would just know that people would unfriend me and stuff like that. I'd be like, what the hell? But I wasn't too concerned about it. And wow, how sad. But anyways, so I went, it's been impossible to rebuild it back because it only lets me send out one friend request every day or something. And then it doesn't even let me send out the friend request to the people that are most important to send them to, because it will say you don't have enough mutual friends. So building back up my Facebook is absolutely ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous is what could have been done against me that was completely racist and evil or whatever, using my own religion against me. What the heck? That's seriously extreme. It's so extreme. When I was trying to use other websites and stuff, it seemed like this Facebook staff would contact people actually using the NSA or whatever to mess me up. Seriously. Like, um, they'll know what I'm doing. They'll know what I'm doing. It's very obvious. They'll know what I'm doing, and then they'll contact the people on the other side and turn them against me somehow. It's seriously evil. It's seriously evil. They actually did that to me. It went that far. Like, how am I supposed to? It's like ridiculously huge that this actually happened. That, and like, why the hell would anybody even believe? It's so ridiculous, you know? When she told me about her ex-boyfriend being abusive, and she said that he was outside waiting for her and he was stalking her and she was frightened to go outside, I totally didn't believe her. I was like, what? I don't think so. He's like a drag queen. Yeah. So anyways, these people weren't talking to her in person though. They were on Facebook reading something. And so somebody was wanting to be a hero too much, obviously. And, this is really evil. This is a pretty evil thing that was done to me. And my own sister, I had like dreams and stuff of her confessing things that she helped this. And it's like, whoa, what the hell? My own sister did? And so I just had to make a Facebook post going back, like bringing people, as if this even matters, because like I don't even know what she said. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. I don't know what she said. I have no way to fix it. It's just totally evil. It's totally evil. I was actually famous. None of those people would have done that to me if they actually knew everything. None of them. And if they find out something, they would have checked. If they check into it, they would find out that it was wrong. So they were just, people that didn't even know what was going on, being conned by this girl, trying to pay her way by going, my boyfriend owes me money, help me. Seriously, this is what she did. And who knows how many times her story changed or whatever, but she was trying to get money. And she was, actually able to pay her rent that way. She was actually paying her rent that way by writing people on Facebook and making up lies about me. I was some dangerous boyfriend that she used to have, and she needed help because I owed her money. Anyways, so I passed my lie detector test, of course. The only time she actually did grab me on the wrist, or I grabbed her on the wrist once, but it wasn't violent though. She was grabbing my keys, and it was just a reaction, and it was on stream. But she said in the paperwork that I grabbed her wrist in a health food store around people. So it was like, oh, it's not a big deal. She knew that I was going to see it. Wow. Who knows what she said to other people? Who knows? But that was really evil. That was really evil, and it needs to be fixed. Anyways, it's not worth taking this opportunity, to mess me up because of some other reason. Please don't let anybody do this to me. That's really evil. If there's anything that I'm doing that I should be doing differently, you should contact me and let me know. If you have a problem with anything I'm doing. Anyways, I wanted to, I did this weird experiment that somehow seemed to work because, I don't know, maybe because it's disturbing the rest of the dead or something, because, these people are off. Okay, my computer is froze. It froze. Uh, well, I wasn't prepared enough, obviously.